Hello, everybody. Welcome to my show. Now, today, unfortunately, I didn't get the Enterprises issues, but I thought I'd do the show anyways and show you a few little stuff that I'm interested in and what I've been building as well. I have got some guests on with this today, so I'm going to let them say their hellos. So, my first guest is Paulie.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, thanks for having me on, and looking forward to tonight and seeing what you've been up to and stuff. And yeah, I'm sure we're going to make a great show. So yeah, really looking forward to it. So yeah, thanks for having me on again.
All right, and the next guest is my dad, Geordie Dave.
Evening, everybody. Welcome to Danno's show. Yeah, I think it'll be a good show tonight. Unfortunately, his stuff hasn't come, but he's good on to decide to do a show, and everybody on here is going to put a little bit of piece into it as well. So,
yep. And the next guest is Dave's Hobbies.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and thanks for having us on tonight, Danno. And it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you tonight, helping and supporting you with your channel. It's fabulous, it really is, and yeah, I'm looking forward to what everybody's going to show, and I've got a little bit of something to show as well. So, all helping you along, of course. So, yeah, happy to be here.
And last but not least, Modz.
So, hi everyone, welcome to Danno's show. Thanks for having us on, Danno, and it should be a good one tonight. Something different.
Yep. I'll just change the screen.
what is to do there, chat?
While I work out how to put you all back to that one. There we go. That's the one.
First tonight is Warren James. Hi, all.
Hi, Warren.
Hi, Warren.
Hi, Warren.
And the silver goes to Dave's Hobbies. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here to support you, Danny.
Hey, Dave.
Hello. Look silver as well.
And bronze goes to Crafty Chris. Evening, everyone. Looking forward to Danno's second live. Good luck, Danno.
Hi, Christine.
Hello,
Hey, Steve.
Then we have Yorkshire Crafter. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Jerry.
Hey, Julie.
And P40F20. Hi, all. Good luck with your build today, Danno.
Hi, people.
Hey, people.
Hi, Chris Martin.
Crafty Chris. Hi, P40F20. Hope you are well. D. Harris. Evening, all.
Hi,
Evening,
Harry.
Hey, Dave.
Horlicks. Hi, all.
Hi,
Hi,
Warren.
Alex.
P40F20. Crafty Chris. Hi, Christine. I am well and hope you are too.
Yeah, she's not doing so bad. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Crafting with Orchid. Hi, all beautiful people.
Hi.
Hi, all.
Hi,
Yeah. From beautiful people to a beautiful person. Hello.
P40F20. Horlicks. Hello, Squiffy.
All right.
And Model Making Trugger. Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi,
Martin.
P40F20. Group Captain C.
Hi. I'm here.
D. Harris. Quartet the night.
Hi.
And that's your chat up to date.
Yeah. Jolly good.
So, I've been working on I've been building me a Bismarck ship for the last couple of years, and it's coming to an end now. So I thought to show it off. Unfortunately, it is behind us, as you can see, and to get it on, I'm going to have to pick the camera up and do a bit of dizzy cam. So I'm going to just swap the change my camera over and show you that. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to just get myself sorted here. So there it is. So everything works on it. So there's a light at the front here that lights up. The two guns move. The anchors go up and down. there's moving parts up here and all the guns and all that. And there's a little, no, it's up here. One of these
So
comes off. If I can find the right one, there it is. So as you can see the engine.
Wow.
I have got another one of these from another YouTuber that helped us get it. So I've painted some of the parts. I'm going to put that, build that up and put that on the outside, so I don't have to keep taking this part off.
Yeah.
And obviously, as you can see, it's nearly finished. So I've got the pellets at the back, the flap to put on when they come, and another deck to go on. There's another gun turret to come on as well. So that is what it looks like. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I have got the sticker at the front, and that's why that is covered for.
Yeah.
So that's what that looks like.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that looks really good.
That's
shows.
Really... Go on, Holly.
I was just saying, it does just show actually how big that model actually is as well, doesn't it?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
There's loads of obviously electricals in and all that.
Yeah, Holex, you would love it with electrics in it.
Yeah,
I would, but I just haven't got anywhere to put it.
I think Mark would enjoy building it as well.
I know. I'm so tempted to go on Agora right now and order it, but no.
What would you do with it, Mark? You'll have to clear all that desk space behind you where everything is and put it on there. And
if I move the Ecto 1 behind me, I've got enough desk space for it.
Oh.
Do you fancy going for it, Mark?
I'm thinking, if I do this, if it'll work, that's the size of my desk.
Yeah.
So
that was my problem. As the shit was getting bigger, it was harder to build. So that's why I built this table so I can actually put it on and actually work on it.
Do you actually know how much it weighs, Danno?
No, I don't. I haven't actually put on any scales.
The magazine.
No, I don't think it does. I haven't got the magazine at hand.
No, it's like the route master. The route master doesn't tell you how heavy it is, does it? In the magazines, you have to weigh it and what have you. So
Ecto 1 at the moment is just weighing over 10 kilograms.
Oh my goodness me!
But what
Go on, Danno.
What I could do is weigh it, and on the next show is let people know how heavy it is.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Danno.
The other day, we're something.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite heavy, is that, isn't it? Would you say it's heavier than the bus then, Dave?
No, I would say the bus would be heavier.
I think the bus is heavier.
You do, yeah.
But Warren's isn't as big as his is longer, so when it's fully built.
I still would say the bus is heavier because it's obviously got more metal parts to it.
In the bus.
Yeah.
And this has only got the hood part that is metal, and obviously the screws.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I could do it if I moved my printer somewhere. I don't know where.
I
could then move the bus. I could move the bus above me.
About 4 foot long.
And then put the Bismarck up where the bus is.
It's 4 foot 1 inch.
That's my trouble. If I'm building it, I definitely have nowhere to put it. I'd love to build it because it looks a really challenging build.
Well, it won't fit in behind me, that's for sure.
No. He's got his tail measure out.
Oh no! It would overhang it would overhang, but my unit is only 3 foot.
If you like to use photo etch, it's got loads of that.
Yes.
It's only 3'3" that unit.
In this card, that like the photo etch that you've got to you bend it so fiddly.
It won't be too bad if it overhung.
You could put a greedy board on it, take everything off and then put a longer board on, screw it down, and then
How does it sit? What's the base? Is it just
At
in
the moment,
Just plastic base at the moment.
you get different sizes of them.
yeah,
They have got extra holes in the middle of some of them.
yeah.
Oh, I see. So I could probably see. Can you move them?
Yeah, they go at different points. So I just swing the camera back around and
So I
show
could
you.
probably set it up then to overhang. But then it's whether I knock myself out coming into my room because it would overhang the front.
As you can, so these you got the one at the front. So these kind of move,
I see.
Yeah.
and then you've got another one at the back.
Hang on a minute. Let's put your solo view, Danno.
I was trying to know what.
Yeah. So you got that one there at the back, and then you've got these ones. I have seen where you get a bigger stand that just supports the middle, but I'm not sure if that's happening or not.
Hang on. Right, let me Google this.
According to Warren, he says if you're a subscriber, you're getting a stand at the end of it. But you're not a subscriber.
I'm not a subscriber, no. Unfortunately.
But
See,
they may sell it.
I think that's a bit sad that you have to subscribe to get a base to put it on.
Yes.
I think you should get that as standard because you've built this model. You need to sit it on something. Yes, I understand about perspex cases for it and stuff, but for a basic stand, I mean, we didn't go on for the Route Master, but and luckily, you know, we managed to get one from David Buckingham, but otherwise it would have probably just put too much strain on the suspension. But
yeah,
for something like that ship, it's not just going to, because of the shape of it, it's not going to sit on a flat surface.
No, that's true.
Okay, do you want to pick up on the chat?
Yeah.
P40 F20 or Dizzy Cam, I just ate, LOL. Crafty Quiff, a lot of hard work gone into that, Danno. Well done. It feels like on rough waters, LOL.
Yeah, thank you.
P40 F20. There'll be people over the White Cliffs of Dover tomorrow. Just wait and see. I'm not saying nice build, Danno. At 1/200 scale, it would be huge.
Yeah, it's massive.
P40. All their support groups for people who would like to build it but don't have the room for it, asking for a friend. I don't know. Then he spoke.
Facebook group.
I think Bismarck's got a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out somewhere.
D. Harris Bismarck is a lot easier to build than you think. Look for the ad on YouTube shows base as well, whole floating shelf. So
yeah, I thought about a shelf, but the problem is I'm in a rented room, and I think I could probably have a shelf put up, but I'm secure at the moment. But I don't know what's going to happen. I don't really want to.
Yeah.
I don't really want to. It's cluttered in here as it is, to be honest. Just with what I had, obviously, because I came out of a 2-bed house and got chucked in. This is all I could get, a room. So,
yeah,
you know, it's not. I think I've done really well with the space I've got. But yeah, I'm not sure.
Right, I'm just trying to decipher this for Warren because the weight is about 1,000 kilo. I think it means the weight is about 1,000 kilos.
1,000 kilograms.
That's a ton.
He's got. I don't know. As I say, I don't know how he's wrote this, but it says the weight is about 1,000 kilometers. Well, that kilometers.
What's that? The what? Maybe it's
Probably 10 kilos.
Wait.
I think I could say the weight is about unless he means 100 kilos.
No, it won't be 100 kilos. It'll be 10 kilos.
10 kilos.
Yeah, 10 kilos.
And before you actually know the golden tones.
It's early days yet, P40. It's early days.
That's challenge to it.
Right, hang on a minute. Hang on, 2 secs. Just to settle this. That's the base.
That's the base that I've seen.
Ah, right.
Maybe you do get it in the end.
Yeah, maybe it's the last issue.
That's the base you get.
So
you would be able to put it on your shelf, Horlicks.
yeah, but I just have to lose an eye when I come in the room.
Just remember to duck.
Yeah. No. I don't know.
So who wants to go next and show off what they've got?
I will.
I'll put you on solo.
Right, hang on a minute. I need to mute to turn something on.
Right, well, I'll just model making truck out. Ooh, I'm making that Bismarck.
Wow. Oh, what's this?
Ooh.
Need to mute
Yes,
that.
Right, sorry about that. I forgot I was still muted.
Okay.
So that's what I've been working on, is the carpet mod for the DeLorean.
Wow.
Wow.
So it were a horrible plastic like that, and it's now got the Michelin carpet mod in it, which makes it a lot better.
Yeah.
So, and nobody knows. Well, there's only 3 people that know about it: Julie and my patrons, and that's it.
That's it.
So that's my exclusive. So, yeah, and it's really nice fabric as well.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
But they don't. The only thing they did do at the time when the DeLorean was being built is, I think you said, Alex, they would sell you the diagrams for the carpet mod, didn't they?
Yes, and that's what I bought.
Yeah.
I just got the stencils, and then I actually bought the carpet sheet separate, and then I did it myself, and it was difficult, but I managed to do it. And yeah you're right. It just makes such a big difference.
Yeah.
It must be one of the most modern models, the DeLorean.
It is, but the Ecto's going that way as well. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. And then I had a problem with the brake pedal, which I've now fixed. So that's now coming back up properly. So yeah, the video for this is going to be released after this live stream. So, but I thought I'd just show a bit of an exclusive.
Well, yeah. Does the brake pedal work the brake lights then? A bit like the Route Master?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. But the only thing I have to say about the wiring on the DeLorean is you have to check it. And I think Horlicks would absolutely agree with all that.
Yeah. I mean, as I say, I had a problem with the switches the other day, and then I realised that there was an issue with the connector for the switches, and I don't think it's too much of a problem, but they're recommending you hot glue the connector in, because the other day it stopped working, and luckily I managed to find an access panel to stick a screwdriver up and wiggle the plug, and it all came back on. So there's so much I would have done in hindsight, but that's the problem when you're up to date with the build. You just get on with it, build it, and then all this stuff happens.
Yeah. I mean, the switch for the brake pedal is one of them horrible. You'll remember these, Dave, and everybody else that did the Route Master. It's one of them contact switches.
Yeah. They're not very good, are they?
No, because we had them on the bell cord.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but I really like the carpet. I mean, when I did the DeLorean, when I got it and I started to build it, I did say this is one model I am going to mod because I want to see what it's like.
Yeah.
But I'm not modding the Ecto at all.
Yeah.
What's the DeLorean like for it as a build?
It's okay. I'm doing okay with it, but I've watched a lot. I mean, I've watched Horlicks's videos on it. I've watched other people's videos on it. I'm able to correct the mistakes that were originally in the build. which is great for me because like there were certain screws that were snapping, so I knew to go cautious with some of the screws and other bits and pieces like that. So
you created a challenging build.
It can be. I mean, what issue is it? Is it 49? When you do all the wiring in the interior, I think that's one of the most challenging bits. And then I think the next challenging bit is when you hook up all the wiring. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. And like I said,
I can remember now off the top of my head, another really challenging bit I had was that yellow wire. I can see it on screen. I don't know if it's that one or another one that comes under there later on. One of them wasn't long enough, and you really have to try and get as much slack as you can to get that plugged in. And mine is really tight. It's on the verge of pulling out. So I know that was an issue as well. But
I mean, the good thing is Eagle Moss have addressed some of the problems with the build. So I know there was a big thing about they were supplied an automatic gearbox when it should have been a manual one.
Yes.
And then at that time they said, "Oh, we're only going to release the manual one in the USA, but in the UK now you do get the manual one."
Yeah.
So.
There's one thing, like talking about the DeLorean, that actually I've got a question about. I don't know if anyone else can answer. But when you're building it and you do the engine, it's got an access panel at the back, so you can undo the engine and have a look at your work. When you start when you finish the model, you now can't undo that because all the pipes are glued on the top into the back of the bulkhead. That's it. So I don't understand why they had a door to open the engine bay and then you can't now open it.
Yeah, that's a bit silly, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just I've got it here.
I'll switch off my bits now if you want to go to Harlech's full screen.
Just while you're on the subject, I'll just show you my what I mean. So here we have the back of the DeLorean. So the first problem is these sort of scoot round underneath the tailgate, but underneath this, and you can see it moves.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then under here is a door, so you can look at the engine, but you can't lift this up because of all this glue to the back of the bulkhead.
That's crackers, isn't it?
And where it hooks on the back, there's absolutely no way you can get that off to open the hood. So I don't know what that's about. So that's the only downside to it. As you can see, there's so many details that you've had to glue and pipes on the back that there's absolutely no way that is coming up.
Yeah. Goodness me.
Wow.
So under there, believe it or not, is a little doorknob, and you can pull the back up and look at your engine. But it's
a bit like the Roadmaster engine.
Yeah, that's the only downside that is a bit sad.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about.
And like you obviously put a lot of work into the engine, putting it together and all the bits and pieces, and
looks brilliant. And I think some people weathered their engines, and I just feel sorry for them because you're not going to see it. I mean, I know it's there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem right.
Okay, I'll pick up the chat before Danny moves on to the next person.
Okay.
P40F20, the Bismarck scores another kill on Horlicks.
He'll have fun going to hospital explaining why he's got such a bad cut all over his eye, won't he?
The Bismarck killers.
I'll just walk in there with the shit in my head. Can you remove this, please? And then they'll all be like, "Oh, that's a nice model, isn't it? Can you give that my head, please?"
Did it on that?
Fleetwood J, hello, Danno. Hope you have fun with your stream.
Hi, Fleetwood.
Hi, Fleetwood.
D. Harris, evening, Fleetwood. P40, try the X-Wing Horlicks. It has detail that gets hidden all over.
Yeah, I heard that.
And Warren come up with other things. Bismarck is 125 centimeters long, 48 centimeters in height, 5 kilograms in weight.
Ah, right. Okay.
Right. So I've got a few other things to show. These are things that I'm interested in. So to show you a little bit about myself. So I'm going to swing my camera around.
Does he come again?
God.
Do you want to go solo?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. I'll just bring that down. There we go. I'll just bring a few. So one of my favourite shows is Doctor Who, and I collect little things. So I've got here the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Just move that a little bit. There we go. So that's me TARDIS. I was going to bring a few other things out, but I couldn't because I was going to bring me Daleks, but I don't know. So I've got I've got David Tennant, which is the 10th Doctor. I've got Tom Baker, the 4th Doctor.
I remember him.
Yeah. And Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. Another thing that I love is the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I've got the Iron Man helmet, which was a test build up here. And I thought, I'll pick that up. It should light up, but I think I've done something wrong or something, but I'm not really bothered it doesn't light up. And I'm a big, so my friend bought this the other day. Can you see it? There we go. So this is from Star Wars. It's the new Disney Plus Mandalorian series. I am a massive Star Wars fan, so nice of him to buys this.
Lovely, yeah.
Yep.
Nice. What is it? Is it a mug?
Yeah. So there we go. So what it is, it's a mug, and it's got the lid on, so you can put your hot beverage in, and the headband keeps it cool.
That's a good idea.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. It would never get used like the rest of the cups. It just goes on display. But yeah.
I'm like that with my theme park mugs. So I buy them all. I mean, I have used the really, really big one, if you remember back to my streams, but generally I don't use them.
And I've got these two Enterprises. Obviously, got this little one from the original series, which lights up.
Oh, that's the original one.
This is the original one. Yeah. And obviously this is the one that I am building.
I know a little bit about this now. It's the Enterprise D.
Yep. I think this was actually off the Eaglemoss collecting thing a few years ago. But I just obviously picked just the one up. But there, that's one of the. So I've got those two. That's going to be sitting in the back.
Do you know Star Trek, the first generation? It must have been 1970 something, was it? The first.
The original Star Trek coming out in 1966, I think it was.
66. Goodness me, I didn't think it was that long ago. So, wasn't they forward thinking when there was saying things like "Beam me up, Scotty"?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't they? And you know, then dolls that went zoo, zoo, zoo.
Right.
How's it going?
Is it safe now?
Yes.
Because you started showing Doctor Who stuff, I was ready to jump under my desk. Doctor Who, to me, is like the Terminator to Dave's Hobbies.
Oh no!
I thought it was just a tune you didn't like.
I don't like any of it. It gives me nightmares.
You should have brought a Dalek in there.
You know, my dad loved it, and he put it on before I went to bed. And I go to bed, and I have absolute nightmares with it. Just no.
I used to watch it years and years and years ago. And wasn't there I can't remember what year, and I was really young, but didn't they do like a special? Sometimes they did these specials on a Friday night on the TV. I think one Friday they did it in 3D, and then you had like and they used to do like sniff and scratch and stuff like that. And I remember we all got the glasses, and you got them free in the papers. Well, you know, you had to buy them with your TV papers, and then I'm sure they did that for Doctor Who one day.
Yeah, the Donny, the 50th anniversary. I actually got tickets. Me and my ex got tickets. Actually, go to the pictures and actually see it. And there was an exclusive part where you had David Tennant, Matt Smith, and the War Doctor opening up the episode. And obviously, none of the people at home seen that. Yeah. And it was one of the best things I've seen on screen. But yeah, I'm a big, massive sci-fi fan and all that. Bit of a geek in that type of way.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Okay, I'll go to the chat before you move on to the next person. P40F20. Tom Baker is my favourite Doctor.
Yeah, mine too.
I think he's mine too as well. Yeah, he's a good Doctor, wasn't he?
As say.
Remember John Pertwee?
I remember John Pertwee. Yeah, he was pretty good. But I stopped watching it after Tom Baker.
Well, as I say, is Chris Eccleston got me into Doctor Who. David Tennant made us fall in love with the show. Tom Baker was my first doctor that actually was from the classic Who's.
Yeah.
P40F20, NCC 1701. No bloody A, B, C, or D.
So it's all gone like that over me.
Is that because it's called the NCC 170D?
NCC 1701 and what Danno's building is D.
Yep.
Right.
But as I say, P40F20 saying there's no A, B, C, or D actually in it.
No, he's on
about that one.
Yeah, he's preferring that version.
The original.
The original.
And we have D. Harris. Real star of Doctor Who was K9.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I always remember his tail going like this.
I always wanted a K9 War Control robot.
You used to be able to get them in the 70s, but they were very expensive.
I think we better stop talking Doctor Who because Mark will be getting frustrated.
Yeah.
He looks tortured, traumatized. Just Julie bringing another sweet cup of tea up.
Yeah.
So who wants to go next?
I'll go next if you like. And I'll go solo.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a fan of buses, bus nut, and I've been collecting quite a few models. You can see behind me in the cabinet there for long enough. I haven't got a large collection, but I've got quite a few. And as you know, a lot of people know me from Build the Route Master shows and things like that. And we've been building the Route Master, and I wanted to do something different because I was a vintage bus owner, and we used to go to the bus rallies. and with our own bus. And I'm not able to own a bus anymore, so I wanted to do something different, and that is take something to display to these bus rallies that might be fairly local to us. So in our collection, we have, of course, the 3 Route Master buses that we built pretty much live on stream, and I did updates on. And then I've been collecting, and people have been buying me models. Thankfully, you know, lots and lots of models to display with them when we take them to displays. But of course, COVID's got in the way, and we've not been able to take them to any displays this year at all, or last year. So we are hoping that later on this year, there is going to be 2 events that we can go to that are fairly local. So, and I want to take the 3 Route Masters and lots of other things that people have bought us, and this special exhibit as well, that which I'm going to show you now. And I actually bought this off the internet. It was on a auction site, and it was on an auction site for ridiculously little money. And this is a handmade 1/12 scale model of Shilly-Beer's omnibus of 1829 is horse bus, which was the first bus to actually have a service in London in July 1829. And this particular model is one of, I only know 2 of them, and this is one of the 2 that I know of. I've been doing lots of research, and I cannot find any others of this particular size. This is 1/12 scale, so it's the same scale as the Route Masters that we built, and it's made out of wood. So obviously it's craftsman made. All these little spells and everything have been individually made and shaped to go in these wheels, and all the details such as the suspension and the cart underneath and everything, all pretty much true to the spec that it was in 1829 for George Shilly-Beer's horse bus. And I've been looking at it very closely, and unfortunately, when it came, it was actually damaged. It was broken. All the bodywork was off the chassis, and some of the springs were broken, and some of the spells on the other side were all broken. In fact, most of the spells of the wheels on the rear one was broken. Some spells on the front were broken, and it was damaged in transit. It was damaged in via the post, and the post office have not offered any recompense or anything, and I've carefully restored it back to what it was, and I've got it now to how I like it, and it's just absolutely superb. A thing about this model is that it was built by Mr. Kenneth Britton, and he is a famous model builder, mostly of ships and big, large museum quality ships he used to build. But he's also built buildings, and he's built windmills and carriages. And this is one of Keith Britton's models, and I'm very, very proud to own this. Because usually his models are only destined for museums. So the particular museum that this was sold from, the collection, it was deemed that the public was no longer interested in it. So they put this and a lot of other items up for auction on an online auction, and they didn't put any reserves on them, and they just put, bid what you want to pay. And I mean, I'm not going to tell you what exactly I did pay, but I can tell you it was far, far less than £50. So like, so it's an absolute utter bargain. Even though it came all smashed, it's a bargain, and it's a treasure to me being a bus enthusiast. Some things that people ask me is the word omnibus. What does it mean? Where does it come from? Because we just know the word bus, don't we? Well, omnibus was the name that the French in Paris, in actual fact, called carriages like this that would carry people. In the 1820s, they called them omnibuses, and of course that name stuck, and eventually the omnibus name came across to England, and George Shillibery was actually a German. He was actually a coach builder, and he actually made this particular original horse bus for the fair service that he did in London, and he decided to call it just omnibus, and they didn't have any destination signs apart from they actually wrote on the side panels where the destinations were going to, and then you know, the seats inside are all the way along, and then down the front, and then all the way along the other side, with a gangway, centre gangway down the middle. And then, of course, people would get on at the back here through this door. Eventually, I want to get this door so it opens, so you can have a look inside. So I'm going to alter it very, very slightly. And this will be taken with us with the route masters when we take our buses on displays to various events. And it will be another model that will be going into our display cabinet in the room when we decide to change things around. So we could have Christine Shillibery route master, this, and all the other Shillibery route masters and Shillibery inferior in there, inferior, I think you call that, or bits and pieces, and we can make a Shillibery display in the cabinet in the room, and that will look absolutely superb. So I'm not going to get some horses for it. It was actually originally pulled by 3 horses, and so I'm not going to get any horses for it. I've decided I'm going to leave it as is. This is the original base that that Mr. Britton built it on, and the original plaque that he made for it, Shillibery's Omnibus 1829 scale 112, and it's never been repainted, and so it's exactly how he built it and sold it to the museums. I know there's another one in the London Transport Museum that actually has 3 horses attached to it, but that's in gloss paint, and this is in like matte paint for some reason. But what you'll also notice about this is that when Kenneth Britton was making models, he didn't believe in transfers. He wanted to paint them all hand painted. So all these decal, well, they're not decals, all this is all hand painted. So the rose roundels around here, the diorama Regent's Park, etc., and the omnibus, it's all hand painted. So and that's what makes it more special to me as well, because my dad used to do this sort of thing. He used to sign write his own letters and his own buses, and so that makes it even more special to me that, you know, this is actually sign written and not. But you can see, if you look, if I put my little finger against the letters there, you can see what work is involved, because we've got all the shadowing on the letters and everything. And even more so when I put my little finger next to this rose roundel at the front, the detail in there is absolutely fabulous. It really is. So yeah, it's taken hours and hours and hours of work. Imagine crafting just these springs are out of wood. Everything's made out of wood, and imagine crafting these springs out of wood. You know, getting the lines in them right and everything for the cart springs. And yeah, so the amount of work in it is tremendous, absolutely tremendous. And then it's got wire to simulate handrails and things, and then wire around the top seat in there for the driver, and even a foot brake that works these brake blocks on the back, because obviously they didn't have shoe brakes like we know of, but they had just these blocks of wood that would force themselves onto the wheel to make it stop well, eventually. Eventually. So that's my little piece I'm showing you, and I hope it's brought some attention. I know Model Making Truckers on here, so what do you think about that? Being 1/12 scale, I've never ever seen anything like it before, only in the London Transport Museum, of course. So and they have the other one. So yeah,
that's amazing. And I remember when you showed it on one of your streams before, when it was in a damaged state, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You've done an absolutely amazing job, because I can't remember. Well, I think there was a problem with one of the springs, but I can't, and one of the spokes, but I can't tell what you've done now. That is absolutely amazing.
It's taken a lot of doing. It really has taken a lot of doing.
Proud of yourself.
Yep.
How many cups of tea have you drank while restoring that, Dave?
More like large whiskies in case they damage it. Yeah, yeah, maybe about 100 cups of tea.
So obviously, me being me, those front headlights, we had this discussion. They were, well, back in the day, they would have been candles in them.
Yeah, there probably would have been carbide lights, or they probably would have had fluid in there, like kerosene or something, and they would have had a wick in. So the outside of it would have opened up like a clock face, and you would have lit a wick in there, and the wick would burn the paraffin or the kerosene or whatever it was, or the carbide in there, and it would produce a glow. So it would be absolutely useless, but you would probably be able to see it coming, and in fact you'd probably hear it coming more than anything else. With 3 horses at the front and all these wheels and everything. So yeah.
And would you be able, it would have been quite nice. Well, I don't know, probably impossible to do because it's all steel. But you could have put like some tiny little candle effect LEDs in there to sort of mimic the glow of a candle and the flicker.
I possibly could, yeah, because I mean they're big enough to. There's my finger against it, so they're big enough to do something like that with. I mean, I think that's only mirrored glass that's in there at the moment, but yeah, you could find some clear glass and put some little tiny LEDs in there, couldn't you? And then bring the wires to inside or something, and then switch underneath them, maybe.
Yeah,
that's possible. And it's also possible to put some lights inside as well. I'm not sure what lighting they would have had inside.
Would they be lit?
Pardon?
Would they be lit inside?
I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, probably the only lamp they would have had would have been a paraffin lamp, maybe.
Yeah, and I would say lights inside something like that, if anything happened, it would cause fire easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Would they not have one like at the either the front or the back, so people could actually see where they were going?
When was the conductor might have had
had one,
like a tinny lamp?
Yeah,
possibly.
Like Wee Willie Winky.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Yeah. No, it's amazing, man.
That's just brilliant.
But it's such a beautiful model, and for just a museum to just discard it, it takes some believing. But I mean in actual fact, that's where I got my windmill from. That's a Kenneth Britton model as well.
Yeah.
And I did have chance of another one, but I couldn't afford it. And you know, I was thinking, oh my goodness me, you know, that. And the other one that I was after was a Royal Mail coach that he'd built, and the wheels were identical to this, except the chassis was different. So, and somebody snapped this Royal Mail coach up for £52.
Oh,
And I
wish I'd seen that, because Royal Mail's my thing.
yeah, that's right. It's just everything happens so quick, you know, like these auctions do, don't they? They just happen so quick.
Yeah.
And you didn't really have a chance to breathe or anything. And but no, I think it's a beautiful model, and I think it deserves, you know, taking out to the public, you know, and showing with our other models.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit.
Right.
Thank you for showing that, Dave.
You're welcome.
I'll pick up the chat from where we were. Before you are 20, Mark, you were traumatized so that you became unable to say the letter D. LOL. Before you are 20, the bus looks great, Dave.
Thank you very much, P40.
D. Harris, Dave, lovely model. Well fixed, wouldn't even know it was damaged.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
And D. Harris again. That omnibus needs a case.
It's got one. It's got one. Here we are, to prove it. It's got one. Can you see that? Yeah, it's got one. So, yeah, it's got a case. I've just taken it out of the case to show tonight. So, yeah. There we are. Yeah, and when it's going to be on display in our front room, it won't need the case, of course, because I've got a massive case in the front room with the other buses in. So yeah.
Right, so.
Yep. So I've got a couple of other things. One of the things that you've seen actually me start it last week on the Northern Model Builders show. So I've got to do this again. There we go. So this is me Stevenson's rocket that I started last week. It's a wooden model, as you can see.
Wow.
So really enjoyed building this. This was my first attempt at building something like this. Yeah, there is a bit of some gaps and all of that, but maybe I can get some wood fill and fill them in. But I just thought I'd give it a try. I have got another model that I've got and purchased that I'm going to start building, which is this. So this is the Spitfire Mark IF-16.
Horlicks taught us that, so I've remembered.
Yes. This is the first time I've got a model from this company. I think it's a French company, but I got this from Amazon, and it was completely sealed, and everything come with it, other than the decals. So if anybody does know where I can get some decals from, that'd be great. So that's my next model that's going to be coming up.
Fabulous. I think that actually there's a decal finder Facebook group or something, isn't there? For models?
Yeah, my dad sent me the link to that. I did message them. I haven't heard anything back yet, but
okay.
Just thought.
Is it skill mates or something like that? Don't they not do?
To be honest, I can't remember. I'm a member of that many groups.
I'm sure there's a company called Scale Mates. I think if you look for them, they do sort of add-ons and that, you know, like photo etch and stuff like that. If you want to, you know, upgrade your models instead of from the plastic. I'm sure they do decals as well, so it might be worth looking at this.
Yeah.
certainly
check
worth
them out
looking at.
as well.
If I find something different, I'll send it on to you, Dan. If I find another Facebook group that might be applicable to that.
Yeah, thank you. And also, I have another YouTube channel that I work with my dad. It's my allotment channel, so we've had this allotment since September, and we got it during lockdown, and we've decided to actually put the two, because we're both filming. We went down there and we just decided to have one channel dedicated to it. And we've been growing. So everything's that is going. Got potatoes in. They're going great. We've got leeks in that we got from next door. We'll put our own in. Onions, red and white onions. We've got peas in, tomatoes. We've got 2 gooseberry plants in that we've got given as well. We bought another. What was that one that we got in the middle? Blackberry bush. So it's been going quite well. So the link for that is obviously in the description as well. So check that out.
Very good.
But we have been praying for rain. Everybody else on here has been saying, "Oh, it's raining here." We've been getting the sun, but when we want the rain, because obviously at our allotment, it doesn't have any water supply. So we've been relying on rain or bringing our own down and carrying water from where we live down.
Yeah, we're going to be 10 waterfalls down there.
Yeah.
Wait to fill them out.
He might have just jinxed it now, Danno. It'll probably rain for a week or more now.
We know who to blame then.
Yeah,
But we've got to go. We're popping down tomorrow because we've got some visitors in the shed. So we've got some bees there.
Oh, right.
We've got a beehive about the size of a golf ball. We're trying to get rid of it.
Oh, right. So you need to be onto some beekeepers, and they will come and take them for you, and they'll probably take them to and build another hive for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh goodness me. Yeah. Please don't try and get rid of them by any other means. Try other beekeepers because bees are in short supply.
Yeah.
And without bees, us as humanity, we won't be able to live.
Yeah, we've got to get them with shadows. I'm not ready to get in. What I was going to do is get a plastic thingy, move it, and take it to the top end of the garden, and then
let them up.
Yeah. See if there's any local beekeepers around you they would be happy to take them. I'm telling you now, they really would be happy to take them.
Yeah.
Any beekeepers, anybody that sells local honey, or any beekeepers. I've forgotten what they call the posh name for a beekeeper. Philanthropist or something like that. I don't know. In fact, have a look on Facebook, see if there's any local beekeeping groups around you. So our Facebook marketplace, and see if anybody's selling any honey, and you can always message them and see if they'll take them.
I want to look at it in case it's a wasp's nest, not a bee's.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's a white. All I can describe it as a white ball. It's about at the moment the size of a golf ball.
Right.
I've never really seen one
that might be a
before.
wasp nest then.
Sounds like a wasp nest, yeah.
Because it's I think, I don't know, isn't it quite rare to have, because normally when bees have to move home, they don't normally nest, do they? They just all congregate.
They congregate around the Queen, yeah. So
I don't
me,
think
I
if
think
it's a ball, it could be a wasp. Yeah.
yeah.
so that I don't want wasps in the shed.
No.
No, you don't want wasps, no.
Right, Holik's turn.
Me, yeah. So I haven't got anything to show, but I've got some images to show because of the weight of it. But I was just going to give you a bit of an update on the bus, really. Obviously, the build's done. Let me just sort this screen out. Obviously, the build's done. But what I've actually been working on is I've put the driver in now.
Ah.
So there's a video of the driver, and he's in position. And what I've done is I've blue tacked him to the seat, and then I've blue tacked the top of him to the second part. It was really difficult to get in, really difficult. But yeah, he's in there. He's all ready to go.
Wow.
I've then put the conductress on the back. And I've positioned her there and glued her in because there's a little bit of light bleed just behind her leg here from the indicator. So I've glued her there, and I've just put the smallest amount of glue on her elbow just to glue her to the pole, just to keep her secure.
Yeah.
And it looks like she's sort of looking out at the distance to maybe looking at the view or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just seemed to fit quite nicely there. So I stuck her there. For some reason, it's not actually showing the whole screen.
But wouldn't they not stand there when passengers are getting on?
Pardon?
Wouldn't they not stand there when passengers get on to pay the fare?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, when they come in. I need to. I'm really sorry. It's not showing that screen properly. Let me try that. That's better. So yeah, that's where she's standing.
Yeah.
And then I did a bit of repair. Sorry, that's another picture of her at a different angle.
Yeah.
And then I've done a bit of repair work on the wheel because I remember I noticed it and I forgot. These screws were so small that they didn't really want to go in that well. And then I remember one of the heads snapped.
Yeah.
And as careful as I am, it was one of those things that happened. And I was looking around my model earlier and I noticed this plastic trim here was a bit loose.
Yeah.
And I noticed the screw had come out. So what I've actually done, and you have to take my word on it, I've actually used some of that micro crystal clear and used it as a glue because it dries obviously clear.
Yeah.
So I've actually put some rounds to try and fill the gap and make sure the head stays in, and then I sort of cleaned out the thread a bit so it still looks like a bit of a screw. But it's now dried and you can't tell.
Real.
So there's a bit of a repair job I did on that.
Lovely.
And then, as you remember, I did the indicators and I lit them up. And you may notice now they are looking more amber.
Yeah.
Before, the one I think it was the one on the left, or no, this right one was very clear because obviously it wasn't designed to have lights in it. It was something that we modified afterwards.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I think what it is they've only painted one side of the lens plastic inside. Yeah. So on the left hand side, that was amber facing out, but white on the inside, and this one was white here and amber on the other side with a light in it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you couldn't tell when it wasn't lit up. So I've been using the Tamiya X26. I've been experimenting with that. I know Mark suggested mixing some with the micro crystal clear, and I did that, mixed up a little bit, and I was playing around. But unfortunately, with the crystal clear in it, it made it too gloopy.
Yeah.
And it just didn't go on very nicely. So I quickly wiped it off and started again. And I just used the X26 in the end that I watered down slightly to make it easier to go on. I was really careful. So yeah, that's what I've done. So that's the first coat. I still need to do another coat on there. And then I'm also doing the black surrounds because with the lighting, you could see through the black surround. This one was really bad, so I've actually touched that up with some black paint. This side I'm still yet to do. You can see a little bit of light bleed underneath just there.
Yeah, you can't yeah.
So that's what I was dealing with on this side, and there was still a little bit here, but I've only put one coat on it really carefully, so I need to go over that again when it's dry. Obviously on the edge here, I just need to dab some black paint on the LED. But yeah, that's what I've been working on, and
brilliant.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. I've still got the task of painting all the screws. So, and I was going to start that today actually, but I decided not to because I wanted to do one thing at a time. So I thought I didn't want to knock these with wet paint on. So thought let's get that dry, finish them off, and then I can work on the screws and everything.
Patience is the key.
Yeah. So that's it really. So that's all the good stuff, and then unfortunately, I have got some slightly bad news. I've damaged my bus very slightly.
Oh no!
Not on the outside though.
Oh.
So I had a friend round and very interested in the bus.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it does this, it lights up. So I'm trying to fumble around in the cab for all the switches. Now I knew where they were, turned all the lights on, and then I was trying to demonstrate how the brake pedal works. So with the driver in situ, it's really difficult to try and get anything in there to even operate that brake pedal.
Yeah.
I thought I had a fumble around in there and I thought I found it. So I pushed on it and it wasn't. It was actually this lever.
Ah, right.
And this lives underneath the steering wheel and you've got two.
Yeah.
This is the one on the right hand side. And I thought it was the brake lever. I gave a little bit of pressure and it snapped clean off. So the bus has got a bit of an injury now. However, I did try and get a light in there to see because I was going to use a pair of tweezers and try and glue it back on. One, it's impossible to even get to it really. Two, you can't actually see it. It's hidden. Because luckily it's the one on the right hand side, more towards the door. Yeah. So the panel that we've got by the door with the switches on actually covers that anyway. Yeah. So I've still got the other one in place, which you can see, but that's my little injury. And I've tried to look at, say, glue that back in, but I can't see an easy way of doing it, so I've just left it out.
Very difficult indeed,
so that's a shame. This is the only thing that's been damaged, and it was my fault, completely my fault. So that's it.
If you want any touch-up paint for that wheel, it's the colour I've found that's closest match is Revell Aqua 331 Purple Red.
Oh, okay, that might be an idea. Yeah, because I was thinking about doing the screws because I thought about that. Oh, I could paint the screws, but because they are a bit marked, where I had trouble with the screws, it has taken quite a lot of the paint off. So I'll be interested in maybe doing that. It's just, for such a small amount of paint, it's like, do I buy a whole pot? Just
the pot,
tiniest little bit.
The pot on eBay is £5, 6p.
Gonna make it a dear repair then, isn't it?
Yeah, so I might,
you could have a look at Hobbycraft. You might get it cheaper.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll have to write. I will write that down.
Just
I'll
for a
ask about
reminder, I'll let you know. I've got it.
But yeah, that's it really from my point of view. I think it was just a bit of an update on the bus.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Thank you for showing us it.
No, no.
Right, you want to catch up on the chat?
Yeah.
Right, I'm just going to get my mouse to work. My mouse doesn't go to work. Right, this is where we were.
Yep.
P40 F20, there are many sources for aftermarket decals on the internet. Somebody's put it, the YouTube channel, How's that what you put up, Danny?
Mark put it up.
Oh, Mark put it up.
That'll be the DRD allotments, will it, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for putting that up.
D. Harris, Danno, I have a Revell Spitfire Mark II in 132. I can scale down the decals if you want. I need to order decal sheets anyway. There you go. D. Harris is offering to scale down for you.
Yeah, just inboxes on Facebook, me Facebook groups in the links below. So thank you for that.
P40 F20. So her lights up.
Conductress.
That could be BU double T, yes.
D. Harris is a beekeeper, as in an apiarist.
Apiarist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Apiarist. Apiarist.
And D. Harris, all decal sheets dry out. To speak, Dave Mack had a big bad problem with his for his truck.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
D. Harris Horlicks, nice job.
Lovely, thank you.
D. Harris is Mark still traumatized. He hasn't spoke.
Sometimes I can be quiet that you think my camera's even stopped working.
Yeah.
40F20, Hannets would be a good source.
Yep.
And will do, Danno.
Good. Cheers.
Brilliant.
That's your chat up to date.
Yeah. Have you got anything to show there?
Only thing I've got to show is really is just the Hurricane I'm busy building, and it's not going to be easy to see until I get another couple of quotes on it. I'm starting to put the camouflage on.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Wow.
Well, you'll have to tell us how to do that, Geordie Dave, on the Northern Model Builders show.
It'll probably stand out more when I get a gloss coat on.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. It really is.
I'm not very good at doing that type of stuff, camouflage. So best I can do.
Yeah.
That looks differently. That looks amazing.
Yeah. Looks really good.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of work to do on that. As I say, I've got to put a gloss coat on, put the decals on, put another gloss coat on, and then start looking at doing a little bit of weathering on it.
Yeah.
So that's all I've really show.
Right. Thank you for showing that. Oh, the wrong one. There we go. So there's been some good stuff shown there. So thank you for showing your stuff.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, no, enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been a good hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got to say all good buys. There's links to everybody's channels down below. There's links to my Facebook page as well. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for coming along.
No, so thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
So who wants to go first?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll go first.
Or Mark.
I'll pick that first.
So, great show tonight. Thanks for having me on, Danno. And I'll, say goodbye. Don't forget, Northern Model Builders show next Sunday as well.
Yep. Oh.
Go
It's a good night from me. Thanks for having us on tonight, Danno. And you've done a superb job tonight of being host. And we all thoroughly enjoyed it. And please give Danno a nice, good thumbs up for this, because it does take some doing by yourself. And he's done a marvelous job all by himself. So thanks for that, Danno. And good night, everybody. God bless.
Yep.
Well, thanks for having us on, Danno. Before I say goodbye to everybody, I'll just hit this last chat. We've got D. Harris. Well done, Danno.
Thank you.
D. Harris, good night. All stay well.
Yeah, you too.
Warren James, hi. Hit the thumbs up button.
Thank you.
P40 coming along nicely, Geordie Dave. There are camouflage masks available from shop@superhobby.com. We'll have to look at
Check that out.
Crafty Chris, well done, Danno. Enjoyed watching.
Thank you.
And P40 great show. And that's me. Thanks for having me on, Dan. Excellent show. Enjoyed it. And don't forget, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And see you all next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, and again, as everyone said, thank you for having me on. You did a really good job tonight, Danno. It's nice to see you and upcoming YouTubers, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be here tonight to start off your YouTube journey. I remember my first video was, I felt myself was it wasn't as good, but tonight you've done a really, really fantastic job, and it's only going to get, as you get more equipment and you get more into it, it's just going to be, it's just going to get better and better and better every week. So keep it up, and thank you all for watching. Give them a massive thumbs up, and I will see you on another show. So see you all later.
Thank you. Who is next on this week?
I don't think we're not bothered. I don't think we're bothered with the schedule, are we?
Well, if you want to check out the schedule, it's on the Route Master group, and it's also on the Northern Model Builders and Crafters group.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. Then bye, everybody.
Yeah. Bye all.
Good night. Take care now.